Well, figured I'd do a video on this thing. I've had this thing for quite a bit. I bought this thing about this time last year. I haven't made a video of it yet. Picked this thing up last year. A buddy of mine messaged me and said, hey, I know you run that 75 Cadillac in the Enduro. Would you be interested in another one? I know someone who has one. So he ended up telling me where it was. I went with him and I was able to pick this thing up. Turns out this thing was like 10 minutes from my house this whole time, and never even knew it existed till he told me about it, so thankfully he did. And I managed to get a second one, which I didn't think I'd ever get a second one. I mean, yeah, the 75 Cadillacs is quite, I mean, you can find them if you really look for them, but to get two identical Cadillac limos is like mind-blowing. I never thought I'd have two. They're both 1975, both the exact same year, which is super cool. They only made between 800 and 1200 of these a year between 71 and 76. I believe 75, I think from what I was able to read on the internet, it was about 1200. They made the most of them, I think, in 75 and 76. And this is exactly the same interior as the other one had, which is over there under the tarp that I run in the Enduro every year. But this thing is basically identical with a couple differences. One being the one that I run in the Enduro actually has a partition. I had to take it out, but obviously, like, it had a partition which had a sliding divider glass, which had controls back here, which these are power window controls, and you got a little reading lamp thing. Also have a little compartment there. I don't know, in the 70s they probably put like cocaine or something in it. Got climate controls over there. But I didn't really film a whole lot of stuff for my YouTube channel whenever I built the first limo, which I really wish I did, because I did a ton of work to that thing. Realistically, I got to make a video on that thing and basically go over a complete history of building that thing, because that thing has a ton of work into it. Like, just from watching it go by on the track in the Enduro, like, you wouldn't even realize the amount of work that went into that thing. Even like swap the motor and everything in it. This one, on the other hand, runs perfect, actually, with the exception of the fuel pump, which I'm pretty sure must have died at some point over the winter, because it was sitting over there where that giant dead grass spot is. But I've been moving it so I can cut all the grass, and I also have a fire pit over there too. I have big giant bonfires and stuff, and didn't really want this thing that close to the bonfire pit. Also, this one has the 500 big block in it, which my other one had originally. But I'm assuming whoever owned it kept flooding the thing out and then driving it, because that car actually was on the road at one point. And there was a guy driving around town locally. And I'm assuming he'd flood it out every time he tried to start it. And then the gas would leak down, go into the crankcase, go into the oil pan. And whenever I got that car, the oil in that car was so thin it was like water, and you'd pull the dipstick out, it was shavings and stuff all over the thing. I actually still have the engine. It's actually on an engine stand right now. I plan on doing like a full rebuild to it to put into a C10 eventually. But a couple things I'd done to this thing is I changed the oil on this one right from the start, because I didn't want to risk basically the same thing that happened to the last one. I put a new master cylinder on it. Made up this brake line, because it does have a blown brake line right there. The rear brake line's blown, so that goes from there to right down there at the proportioning valve. So I changed that. I had this thing running. I drove it around last year with basically zero brakes. Drove it all around back here. But for some reason the fuel pump seems to be dead now, which is not a big deal. We can swap that out. I believe it's... what side's it on? I don't remember. Because this thing basically only runs off of whatever I put in the carburetor. It'll run like flawlessly, like perfectly. I wish I didn't use all the gas so I could actually start it up on camera. But Runs perfect. As soon as the float bowl goes dry, completely dies. But originally the plan with this car, actually, believe it or not, was I actually kind of wanted to put this thing on the road and just cruise it around, drive it for a bit. But as you can see, I took the vinyl roof off this thing last year because I noticed the roof was all puffed up in certain spots, which these 71 to 76 GMs are notorious for rotting under the vinyl roof. And as you can see, this one's no exception. All along this roof right here, it's all rotted, full of holes, like looking straight through the roof, which means the carpet's been getting wet for all these years. So I've actually been ripping all this carpet out because this floor is starting to get wet and damp. It's getting crusty, and up here it's actually, as you can see, starting to get soft, starting to get thin. So I'm gonna rip all this carpet out and drill some holes in the floor so it can vent. That side also has a couple holes here and there, but the back, from here back, the floors are mint in it. The trunk floor is mint in it. Even like the door bottoms too, you can see this one's in significantly better shape than the other one that I'm currently racing. But show you guys the climate controls. But huge doors on this thing. It's super cool. It has dual door handles on this thing. Oh, it is it only the one side? Maybe it's only that side, but it's got this giant door handle. Twin ashtrays in the same door. This one here, I think the lid fell off, but that's stuck. But that one's missing. But dual ashtrays, dual lighters, because this thing has jump seats. These things double as footrests. Oh, let's sit in this thing. But when you're sitting in it, it's footrest, which is super cool. It's super comfy in here. I also ripped all the headliner out of this thing too, because it was super moldy and disgusting. But this thing is cool. Is it gonna work? Yeah, it's gonna work. So if you want to ride with a bunch of passengers in this thing, jump seats, basically another passenger can sit in front of this person, and then your feet go in this nice little cubby right there. So realistically, that one does the same thing. So you can fit 6 here, 2 there, and 6 in the front, which is pretty. 3 in the front, 3 in the back. So 6 in the normal seats, and then 1 per seat. So you can fit 8 people in this Cadillac, which is pretty cool. My last one had these too. I sold these for pretty good money out of the last one. Let's see if I can get. I actually got $300 for the pair of those, which is pretty awesome because I paid a mint for that other Cadillac over there. This one, on the other hand, I got really cheap. Like, I think I paid like $700 for this thing, which is pretty much like, as far as derbies go, for a 71 to 76 GM, especially a Cadillac, never happens. Not anymore anyway. But as you can see, pretty nice underneath. I mean, it's brown, but I mean, it's solid. You can see right there, body mount's all solid in it, which normally they're rotten. Gas tank's nice. Let's see if I can show the floor. Yeah, there's the underneath. I mean, you can see the floor brace right there. Floor pans and everything. They're all pretty nice, other than the front, which is obviously only scaly because of the fact that that damp carpet's been on it for so long. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get in the trunk. I had to drill it out because it didn't come with a trunk key, so I don't think I'll be able to get into there. But the plan for this car basically is it's pretty much just going to hang around until that one's dead, which who knows when that's going to be, because that thing's been going for, this will be 5 years with that one car for the Enduro. So this one, I'll probably stick it behind my grandparents' barn at some point, because I have a big gravel pad back there, and realistically this thing can sit on some gravel. I can tarp up the roof and it can just sit back there, and should stay in relatively good condition. But yeah, I'll have to figure out that fuel pump because it won't stay running. But there it is. I figured I'd do a quick video because I finally pulled out of the long grass back there so I can cut all the grass. So there it is, Cadillac limo number 2.